Welcome back to Purified the Podcast, where we align our work with our faith. This is where I'm building a community for entrepreneurs that's trying to figure it out. And I think I must be going somewhere because I got my first celebrity on the podcast today. I got my first celebrity on the podcast today. But I'm not going to lie. When I first saw you, I was like, I don't know who this man is until you said who you were. And then I was like, you know what? I have seen this before. So tell us your name, your age, and where you're from.
Uh, my name is Luchi the Designer. Um, Real name Dante. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm 27. But I stay out here in Houston now, Houston, Texas.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm 26. You're
Yeah,
27.
yeah, I'm 27.
So I'm like, this is definitely somebody I need to be listening to because we like right here the same age.
Yeah,
Of course, I can listen to somebody who older than me, but we like the same age. So whatever
right.
you're doing, I need to be listening.
Yeah,
Okay. So well, I'm gonna just first tell you a little bit about me, like how I got here.
yeah.
So I went through a breakup, right?
Mm,
And like I was going through some healing stuff, didn't know what the heck was going on in my life.
yeah.
And I end up having like an experience with God and God told me to move. So
Okay,
that's how I end up going to Tulsa and Georgia, right?
okay.
But during that time I was sharing my journey online. So I was like talking about God and like talking about the Bible and stuff, but I didn't have no relationship with God before having no experience with God. So that's how I end up like doing this. So I do ask like a few questions about God.
Yeah, no,
So
definitely.
do you have a relationship with God?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I went through all type of experiences like with trying to find like God. Like I'm not a religious person
Hmm.
like at all. And I actually had to go through like religions to find out that I'm not a religious person.
Hmm.
I've been a Hebrew Israelite. I'm talking about with the shrine. I swear to God, like listen, I had stopped. I read and did education on Hebrew Israelites. I was a Hebrew Israelite at one time. I think I was like 16. Like in it. Like I was young in it. Me and my cousin Shaq, we was young in it.
Wow.
Yeah, we was following our uncle. Like we was trying to do whatever he was doing on Facebook and shit. Like we thought it was, we thought it was the right way to go. I was raised in I think it was Baptist. I think it was Baptist. My mama, we was going to Baptist. And then I also went to a Christian church as well. And me kind of like being in those different religions, having to do those different things, they all kind of made me stray away from God because of those like particular religions. Because everything that was coming in, it was looking like it was good, but it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to step back and be like, all right, let me uh let me find God on my own. And I did that. Like I actually did. That's probably one of the biggest things that I ever did for myself is like let me step back. So like that's why like still to this day I would never join a church because I'm non-denominational.
But what about a non-denominational church?
This is very rare that you're gonna find a non-denominational church, like especially here. But I still do go to church. I just don't go. I will never join the
Join
church.
one.
Yeah, yeah. Like right now, I go to a church. It's a Christian church though, but I'm never gonna join it. I just go there because it's I like to hear the word there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you physically go or you just like
Nah,
watch it
physically,
online?
physically. At first, I was sometimes I watch the pot house online, but Um, I'm starting to physically want to go there because I try to separate like the religion from the word when I
Yeah.
do go there because that don't matter to me.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like just like because it says Christian on there, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Well, that's good. I wasn't expecting you to say that Hebrew Israelite stuff. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting you to say that.
Listen, one thing I can say about the Hebrew Israelites is that it helped me learn the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah, like because of the Hebrew Israelite, I actually sat down and read the Bible. Before then, I refused to sit down and read that shit because it
Yeah.
was too long. But that made me read it because I kind of was feeling more connected to it. But the more I got deep into the Hebrew Israelite, the more I started to see that all right, this shit ain't it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they was doing some wicked crazy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with.
Yeah. I understand that. I grew up in a Baptist church too,
Okay.
but I didn't really grow up in a church. Like, these are only fingers I need to tell you how many times I've been to church.
Oh, for real.
I believed, but I didn't read the Bible. I didn't know nothing about the Bible. The only
Yeah.
thing I knew was like pray in Jesus' name.
Yeah.
So when I had my experience with God and I started like talking about the Bible and stuff, there was something way different. Like my whole life has changed. I used to be outside. Like I used to really be outside. I don't be outside no more.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, so tell us what you do for the people who don't know.
Well, for the most part, what a lot of people know me for is my brand Athena. I am a luxury uh, handbag designer. Designer, period. I design everything, but most people know me for Athena, my brand Athena. I'm also a trader, serial entrepreneur, a multi-millionaire. I've made all type of millions with businesses and trading, educational things. I do a lot. I do a lot at 27.
That's good. So this is actually really my first time sitting down talking to Luchi. I kind of met him at Collab Social's creators conference. And one of the things that really stuck out to me when he was talking is he mentioned something about like basically sleeping, like making pallets with his clothes on the floor
Yeah,
of his apartment, right?
yeah,
But I felt really inspired by that because like my journey and the way I do things, people be acting like I'm just crazy.
yeah,
So it was like not just your story, but the other two stories, you know, like they were saying that they went through some type of struggle too.
yeah,
But sometimes people, like I was watching somebody video and they said, we don't have to do this, get it out the mud type of grind.
yeah,
You don't have to do this or you don't have to do that in order to be like successful.
yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
Um, those type of people was never raised in poverty, so that's why they don't say things like that. Oh, that's why they say things like that. Um, if you are raised in poverty, you have no choice but to get it out the mud
Yeah.
because you're not getting it from your parents.
Yeah,
You're not getting it from your family. They're
that's true.
just, yeah, like they're poor, so you're poor. Like, you grew up in that environment. In New Orleans, a good 95% of us are poor down
Yeah.
there. Yeah, like a good 95% of us are lower class. Like, and it's not because we don't want it. It's just because of the state itself. There's no money down there, no money flowing down there at all. There is everything is just broken down, tore down. No good paying jobs, no none of that. Like unless you're like a doctor, or a lawyer, something big out there like nurse or something, you're not making no decent money out
Yeah.
there. Yeah, so like we 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 come from that, so like we have no choice but to get it out the mud. Like we
Yeah.
have no choice. Like of course I don't want my daughter to go through something like that, but we had no choice. Like I had no choice. Like what I was gonna do, go like steal or something? Like
Yeah.
they go crazy. I don't know. They'd say some wild stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel that though, cause even what's his name over Amazon, like Jeff
Yeah, Jeff
Bezos,
Bezos.
he said something about, I don't know, don't make me lie. Whatever it was he said, he was basically saying that they wasn't gonna make money for a couple of years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I definitely agree with like people not growing up in poverty. So for me, people think that my life is just so easy, but like people can be in poverty and not look like they're in poverty.
yeah,
Like my family, they will have whatever they want, but they still ain't doing the best. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So I've always had things, but that don't mean my family was just like, it was no actual entrepreneurs or people actually following their dreams. Like my mama been working in the call center since
yeah.
I don't know how long.
I think people who are like that though, who like are living in poverty, but um are can still get whatever they want. I think those people are. I don't think they're necessarily considered poor. I just think they just don't have financial education.
Yeah.
Like that's just all, because if they had the financial education, then they would use that same money to get whatever they want, to
Yeah.
go ahead and, really get whatever they want,
Yeah.
but then it's people like me who, my mom couldn't afford Jordans and stuff for us.
Yeah.
We wore like literally like I wore Shacks to school. Like my mom would go buy Walmart shoes for us, Walmart clothes for us. She did the best she could literally for us, and we're so grateful for her. Like beyond, me and my brothers are beyond grateful
Yeah.
for her, because she did everything she could, and she made sure, she at least made sure we got at least one thing every year for Christmas that we
Yeah.
wanted. And she had 5 kids, so she made sure that. But for the most part, like, we didn't have that like at all. It wasn't like we got one pair of shoes for school time, and it's not because my mom was, she literally, that's all she could afford. We're trying to keep up a house with 5 kids by
Yeah.
herself, no help, and we didn't. My mom grew up in a foster care system, so we didn't have a grandma and grandpa. Our family is very, very divided,
Yeah.
like extremely divided, like to where like it's just us.
Hmm.
It's just me, my siblings, my mom, and my uncle. That's it. Like that's all we had growing up.
Well, that's a good way to look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand. But really said all that to say, like, for me personally, like, I'm still trying to figure it out
yeah,
because, like, yeah, we had things, but just as far as entrepreneurship, like, I'm literally here trying to figure it out right now.
right.
But okay, so how did you get started with Athena?
Um, so I would have to take it back to like where I started from.
Okay.
So I remember, I think this was what, like 2019. I had told my mom, I was like, "Mom," I had a girlfriend at the time. Her name was Jasmine, and we had came out here to visit our brother,
Hmm.
and they were staying. It was my first time leaving New Orleans because that's, I've never been outside of New Orleans at all, especially to another state. So I was like, okay, I'll go. So we traveled up here to meet, to come visit our brother, and I was like, man, shit is beautiful. Cause like in New Orleans, you don't see like high rises.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like. I've never seen a walk-in shower before until I got up here. Like I've never seen like the beautiful malls and shit that y'all have.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen none of that shit till I got up here. The Lamborghini, like I didn't know what Dolce Gabbana was until I got up here in 2019. Like as a I'm talking about, I've been in college. I've half of the designers that's up here, I never knew what they were until I got up here, because that's not, you don't see that in New Orleans like at
Yeah.
all. New Orleans is purely cultured. This is a purely Creole culture, and I love that about my city. I ain't gonna lie, because that's the reason why I don't wear designer and stuff now, because I didn't wear it back then, and I don't change who I am since I got money and I'm up here now.
Yeah.
But I told my mom, I was like we visit. I loved it. I went home. I told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm leaving. I'm going to Houston. I grew up a gangster, so my mama thought she thought I was playing. She was like, "You're not leaving, like, yeah, like you're not leaving, from up here. Like your ass just talking." Man, June 1st, I got up in the middle of the night. My mama got a Tupac blanket. Snatched a Tupac blanket just so I could have something that, from my mom. I packed a suitcase and I got up and I got on the mega bus.
With the girlfriend?
No, no,
Just by yourself? You left
yeah,
her?
by myself, because we had ended up breaking up.
Okay.
Yeah, we ended up breaking up. She ended up cheating, so I was like, go ahead and just. But we ended up breaking up like maybe 2 months before I left.
Okay.
Yeah, like 2 months before I left. So after that, I got up here. I had went to Killeen first.
Hmm.
I took a mega bus to Killeen. I got to Killeen. I was staying in Killeen from June 1st to August. I called one of my college friends and I was like, "Hey, I came up here by my aunt stayed up there in Killeen, so I stayed up there for like 2 months, and I was like, I'm ready to come to Houston. So it was around the hurricane time when the hurricane hit Houston, and all the rates and stuff was low for apartments and stuff. I was still working at Walmart, so I was like, man, let me just called her. She came, drove all the way up here. Oh, I love her to death. That's my dog. She came, drove all the way up there to Killeen, got me, and drove me all the way back. Drove me all the way back to Houston. I had came got an apartment on West Time on Dunville Road at the Hollow Tree Lane, and then I transferred jobs to that Walmart on Dunville. uh, I mean, on Lazy Hollow. I was on Lazy Hollow, and I transferred to the job on Dunville, and then that's how I got to Houston. I got my apartment the same day, and I switched the locations same day. They gave me an
Wow.
apartment, yeah, all that same day. So, and I again, all I had was like my mom's Tupac blanket and a suitcase. That's all I had. Was because that's all I had when I was in Killeen.
No car, nothing.
No car, no nothing, like, no nothing.
Oof.
Just that. That's all I had. So I had to like start completely over. That's what you mentioned when like, for like the first like 60 days, I was making pallets with my clothes on the floor to like, because the apartment had hardwood floors, so no carpet. So I had to make pallets with my clothes just so my back wasn't hurting. But I'm getting up every day grinding. And I told myself, I said I'm gonna study business while I'm up here, and that's how I got into like business. Every day I'm YouTubing, drop shipping, all type of like I'm just YouTubing all type of stuff, marketing, everything, trying to get it right. And I went ahead and I saved all the way up till I was like to I had like maybe 2 grand. I had brought a couch. I brought a couch. We had got a bonus. I was a manager at Walmart at the time, so we had got a bonus. I got me a TV, a stand, and a couch, and I had already had my game that was in my suitcase. So I would just hook up my game and internet and get on the internet from the game and like go on YouTube and try to like go over like business, marketing, and everything, studying, writing things down. Like, at this time, I still ain't buy a bed or anything. I was eating noodles and like cereal, every single day. That was literally my meal every day. I had no McDonald's, like literally noodles, cereal. I'm buying it every day, fixing it at work just to make sure I saved up, saved up. Then I went ahead and I bought a laptop and I was going over drop shipping. So I started my first drop shipping business. That failed terribly. Like, because again, I thought I knew what I was doing because I'm the
Yeah.
type of person I'll go on the internet, I'll see something, I'll be like, okay, that's easy. And then I
Yeah.
wouldn't go through the whole thing. Like, I would
Yeah.
just go through just a little bit of it and just
Yeah.
be like, this is easy, I could do this.
Hmm.
Then set everything up, do it, and then be like, okay, why is sales not coming in? Like, that was my whole thing. Like, why am I not selling? And then like I think I was like 2 months in and I made my first sale.
Hmm.
That's what made me keep going. That first sale. So then after that, what did I do after? Uh, I cut the drop shipping business off because no money wasn't coming
Yeah.
in. And the lady it was a lady, she brought a dress from me on from Facebook from off of my Shopify store though.
Hmm.
Like, but she brought it through Facebook because I set it up to where you can buy off Facebook. And the dress took like 3 weeks to get to her from drop shipping. So that's another thing that made me be like, let me rethink this whole drop shipping thing.
Yeah.
So then I had a good friend, her name was Maya from New Orleans. I had hit her, I'm like, man, let's start a business or something together, man. Like just something. And we came up with Black Diamonds.
Hmm.
Black Diamonds. Black Diamonds, it was a cosmetic company. I actually still have some palettes. Like I had a makeup company, like an actual makeup company.
Okay.
Like I'll bring you one. I literally still have a whole thing of palettes that's still not open.
This is crazy. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
just let you finish talking before I.
yeah, so I started a whole makeup company. It was called Black Diamonds. It was we was putting money together to I'm lying. It wasn't Maya. It was Cookie. Cookie. My friend Cookie was she was a makeup artist.
Hmm.
So that's me and her started the Black Diamonds together. But she had a lot of life stuff going on, so she couldn't really invest. So I was putting a lot of money into the company by myself, and I don't. I'm a businessman at heart. I don't really care about makeup,
Yeah.
but I knew at the time makeup was going crazy. Like makeup was selling, so I was like, like I know I can sell this like as a black owned makeup company. Like so but my heart wasn't in it. So since
Yeah.
my heart wasn't in it, I was like, I'm gonna just sell it. I ended up selling it to a private investor for like 39K because the brand idea was brilliant.
Wow.
My brushes, they were holographic crystal brushes. Like the handles, they were holographic crystals because the company was Black Diamond, so everything was catered around like themes, like diamond themes. So like the brushes and everything, it was so brilliant, and those brushes had just hit the market in China. So they didn't even hit the US yet. So I was like the first company with those brushes. So when I sold it, they were intrigued by it. Sold it to a private investor for like 39K. And I took that money and I ain't gonna lie, I spent it on stupid shit. I was like, man, if I did it this time, I could do it again.
Yeah.
So I ended up I was up. I had money at this time. I was still studying business, but I had just moved up in the manager role again at Walmart. So I'm bringing in more money while I still had a little bit of money. I ended up having another girlfriend that I ended up having to come and stay with me at the time, and that didn't end well. I was trying to study business and work at the same time. So I was trying to run a business and work at the same time. And we just, she was a lot much older than me. So we wasn't like on the same page with life. She was a little bit much more comfortable, which was okay, but I wasn't with my life. I think I
Yeah.
was only like 22. That was it. So I was like, man, I'm not comfortable. She wanted me to like be comfortable. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And that breakup ended so badly, I had to start over. Like
Wow.
I lost everything. I had got a car. Got two cars. I had got a car. I had got two cars. I had a condo, like a nice place. I left my condo, everything. When I say I lost everything, I lost every single thing, and had to move to the north side by my cousins, switch jobs, everything, and then I started over, all the way over. I had to build myself back up, working to go get another apartment, another car, um, and then I had to go ahead and um, stack up more money, continue to learn business. Had a laptop, everything um, and that's when I started Athena.
Hmm.
But Athena did not. And the crazy part is, um, I took Black Diamonds, and that's when me and Maya was about to start a business. I took Black Diamonds, and we were about to start a clothing brand, but we didn't like the name, so we just let it go. Right? We came, and then I came up with Athena. But how I came up with Athena, my best friend called me. She was like, "Bess, I want to start a business. What should I do?" I
Not
gave her the
Maya though.
no,
Okay.
my best friend. I named TK. She was like, she want to start a business. She was like, what she could do, what she should do. I gave her the business idea. She was like, what would the name be? I said, name it Athena. Like that was the name. She didn't take it. Like she hesitated. She never did the business that she was with the name that I gave her. So I called her like 2 months later. I said, "Did you use the name?" She's like, "No." I said, "All right, I'm taking it." She's like, "Okay, cool." So Athena actually started out as a boutique,
Hmm.
like a boutique brand for clothes. It wasn't a handbag brand. Now this is where me and Maya was in business, but Maya was going through some tough times with her family herself at the time. So she was moving around from Houston to New Orleans. So I ended up giving her like she wanted to part ways with the business, split the business, me and 50-50 of everything, like costs and everything. So I ended up giving her 50% of the merchandise that we brought together,
Hmm.
and then I kept the other 50%. And then I'm an artist. I like to draw. So I was like, man, I got to make this work, but I don't want to do clothes no more because everybody does some type of clothing thing.
Yeah.
So I started doing research. I was like, okay, what can I do to stay inside of the fashion industry, but like not do clothes no more? And I was like, okay, I seen handbags. I was like, okay, how many black owned handbags there is? You would not believe it. It's hundreds of black owned handbag companies out there. Nobody know about. You know
Wow.
why? Because nobody designs their own bags.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a cliche way. I mean that like nobody actually takes the time and put some creativity to it. What they do is they'll just go ahead and take a bag, which is nothing wrong with you taking a silhouette and putting your brand on it, but make it different. I don't know if you ever seen my if you ever go on my website, there's the Balenciaga hourglass bag that's on there. It's the famous Balenciaga bag that got the B that hangs.
I can't Oh wait, what?
The
Which
Balenciaga
it has what
that
hanging
has the
on it?
B hanging from it.
No, I don't remember that one,
It's
but I
shaped
did
like
look at your
a
website.
yeah.
I
It's
did.
so Balenciaga has a bag that's shaped like this
Hmm.
with the handle, and it has a bee that's hanging from it. Right, everybody. It's Balenciaga, one of Balenciaga's favorite most popular bags. I actually took that silhouette and I made that bag my own
Hmm.
by going ahead and I created some custom horsehair leather with paint on it. And I went ahead and created the interlock for my ATH logo, and I put it on it, so it was beautiful. It sold out every time I put it on the website. It sells out. It never
Wow.
stays on the website, and it feels so good. It's beautiful, and like that's what I mean by like there is no actual creativity inside the black community when it comes to like the handbag brand.
Yeah.
It's just hey, um, let me take my brand name, put it on the bag, and say, "Hey, this is luxury. Buy this."
Yeah.
And that's not it.
Hmm.
Like people are not looking at that. People are gonna look at that as like a knockoff bag. It's just a
Yeah.
knockoff bag or something, So taking like when I seen that, and I was like, okay, there's a lack of creativity inside the handbag brand industry for Black people. I was like, yeah, this is for me right here. Like because I could draw. That I got an advantage already. I can already draw. So I went ahead and I started drawing, and I came up with like dope. Like I got designs that people been wanting me to drop for the longest. Like, and every time I drop, it's always something nice, something nice. So yeah, that's how I got started with the
I'm inspired.
thing.
What the heck? Okay, you said that it's some designs that people been waiting on you to drop. What's
Yeah,
stopping you from dropping?
the anticipation. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the anticipation build up. I like when people are eager to see me drop some because when I do, it sells just like that.
Wow, that's amazing. For you to know how to draw,
Yeah,
you saying that you have that advantage, you definitely do.
yeah.
But I'm just appalled because when okay, I told Luchi this already, but he was at the conference at Collab Social, and I follow him on Instagram, but I didn't say anything to him at the conference. But I end up saying something to him on Instagram because I was like, okay, God not putting you in a room with these people for no reason. But he was talking about basically about selling and stuff when he was on the stage, and I was like, one of the things that I talked to God about was starting a cosmetics line.
Oh,
So
cool.
the fact that you said that in the story, I'm just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But it's because I used to do makeup,
Okay.
and it's even though I don't do it as much anymore, like sometimes people ask me to do makeup, but I don't really want to do it.
Yeah.
But I say that I want to start a cosmetics line because that's just something that I'm gonna always do. Like every time you see me, I'm gonna look like this.
Yeah.
Like every time. That's what I come from. That's like my background.
Yeah.
Me doing makeup, but my family like hair and stuff like that. But I just think that's so freaking funny. But I'm so inspired by this story because you have to be grinding for real. Because you said that
Yeah.
was 2019. It's only
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, I'm trying to get like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you said you also trade.
Yeah. I trade futures. Um, Probably one of the best things because that's the best skill you can ever like obtain. I ain't gonna lie, because you can't get canceled. Like the money never runs low.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I felt like I wanted a new car today, I would just go get on the charts and go make me new car money.
I actually just the last person that was on the podcast, he was a trader too.
Over.
Yeah. But you know, my best friend, this is how I first end up seeing like your purses and stuff because she modeled one of your handbags, the Raya Michelle pair.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog.
Yeah. So that's how I end up seeing the handbags like a long time ago. But
Yeah,
I didn't know like when you were on stage who you were, and then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, I've seen this before.
yeah,
But she trades. So
yeah,
whoever it is that she trade with, he was on the podcast at first.
yeah,
But
yeah. She reached out to me when she cause like when I've been trading for a while,
mhm.
but she didn't know I traded. She just thought it was just business. Cause again, I don't talk much
Yeah.
like at all. So like, or tell people like my other businesses. Like, so she didn't know. But she reached out to me and she told me about like how they have it. I don't like it. It's a little different. Listen, I'm not too much of a big fan of like MLM, like things like that. And but she knows that I gave her like my personal opinion. I'm not saying like they don't teach her like where she's at, but the model that they have for trading, I don't. It's not really my thing. I don't like the MLM thing. To sign up to start trading, and you get other people to sign up and you get paid. Like I don't,
Yeah.
nah. Come over here and learn how to trade. That's
Yeah.
it. Like that's all. You're gonna get your money from these charts. That's
Yeah.
it. Nothing else. Like that's just me. But you know, I don't what other people eat don't make me shit. So
Yeah.
I don't. I ain't trying to throw no shade, no shade at nobody. I'm just saying, like that's just not.
Okay, but so how did you get started with trading?
Um, man, I gotta shout out my mentors, man. Uh, I had a few years ago, I was trading and well, I got into the MLM thing.
Hmm.
Really, that was the first time I got into the MLM. Um, and I didn't like it because again, it was the whole sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. But I started learning and learning throughout the years, but I didn't get good until I met my mentor. They part of the Big Gains Club. Big Gains Club. Gotta shout them out. They definitely, and my mentor is Antonio, and he definitely a dog with that trading. So everything he taught me, I ended up learning, and I learned how to read the charts correctly from him, and then from there, like it was like straight on thing with me. Cause it's not hard. Like once it clicks to you, and like you get on the charts, you can read it like perfectly.
So did you start doing that like in the process of coming up with Athena or
Yeah, so I was doing that with Athena, like before Athena, but I didn't get good until after Athena because I didn't meet my mentor until after Athena. Yeah. So, yeah, it was a while before I actually got good at reading charts.
Mhm.
Because again, it's so much misinformation out there on YouTube. Everybody has their own style or way of trading. Because
Yeah.
there's no such thing as like a wrong method to trading. It's just some methods have a higher percent win rate than others, and learning how to read the charts will help you with that. So it's one thing to learn how to read the charts, and it's another thing to find an entry model for charts, and that's where like made it click for me, like
Yeah.
learning how to do that.
Okay, so I remember you saying that what you trade, like the money that you make from trading is how you pay your employees, right?
Yeah. So, well, not necessarily. Uh, so my employees get paid through my business
Hmm.
anyway, but I might give them a bonus. Like if I feel like they deserve a bonus, I'll go make like I'll get on the charts and make like 40 grand and be
Hmm.
like, all right, here's 5K a piece. Like, because it's money that's coming from the fucking chart. Like
Yeah.
it's free fucking money. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I pay taxes on it, of
Yeah.
course, but like it's damn near free money for real. Like,
Hmm.
when you learn how to read it, like it's literally like, and what's so crazy? People say trading is not a get rich quick scheme. I have my own saying towards that.
Hmm.
Trading it isn't a get rich quick scheme to people who don't know how to trade. Once you learn how to trade, trading is definitely a get rich quick scheme.
Yeah.
Like, cause you definitely can get on there if you have the capital and the knowledge to make 100K, 50K. Today alone, I made like 17K on
Yeah.
yeah, on the charts, and I got students. All my students, they made $1,000+ today. So it's definitely a get rich quick scheme if you know what you're doing. But
Hmm.
that's only if you know what you're doing.
So employees, what do you pay people to do for your business?
Um, Marketing. Uh, I really wouldn't consider my photographer my employee.
Hmm.
But that's really like my brother. Tech is really that's probably one of the best photographers I've ever seen in Houston. It's really like my brother, so I wouldn't really consider him like an employee. But I do pay him when we go shoot. My videographer. I got my packages getting handled and delivered. Um, and then most importantly, like my marketing and branding team, I
Hmm.
pay them like a lot of money, a lot of money. Social media manager as well. Yeah.
So I was like, first of all, I was just going back on like a lot of posts on your Instagram, on
Yeah,
Athena's Instagram, so I can make sure I, was studying. But I
yeah,
saw you like um just putting packages together like for the purses. Do you ever help with that, or that was just for the
yes.
videos? You
No,
do?
no, I help with that. Yeah, a lot. Like, yeah, because I like doing it. Like, I am a hands-on person.
Okay.
I like my hands to be on everything. Like,
Yeah.
because like if my hands is on it, I know for a fact it's gonna get done right.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
so that's why like I have not changed because I've become someone now. Like
Yeah.
I haven't. Everything that I've done, I used to do, I still do. And I used to have to like uh tell myself like, oh, like you can relax now,
Hmm.
but my mind would never
Yeah.
let me. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like never let me. But yeah, I love doing that. To be honest, my PR team was the reason why I got out in front of the cameras because for a long time, a lot of people thought that the brand was owned by a woman,
Hmm.
and I did not want to like let people know that it was me who owned the brand at all.
Hmm.
Like, but my PR team was like, nah, we gotta let people know that it's you because it's something about you that just makes people feel good about themselves. And I was like, okay, I'm an introvert though. I don't want to like be out
Yeah.
there. But I was like, okay, I'll do it. Like, I'll do it. So that's what actually made me do the first video of me packing,
Yeah.
showing people how like I pack the videos.
Yeah. And that was actually my next question about, because I remember you saying that you didn't want to come out and say that it was you at first.
Yeah, I didn't.
So how did things start changing once you put yourself out there? Once you said it's
Man.
me?
um, Pictures everywhere I go. um, People recognizing me, and again, I am an introvert, so like it feels weird,
Yeah.
you know. Me doing that night. I've always been like a jewelry fanatic and stuff, so I always bought like jewelry, and I've always been like a nice car person, so I always bought cars. So my cars are always nice, but I've never been the type of person to be like, oh, let's hey, it's me, Luchi, let's take a
Yeah.
picture. Like, yeah, like that's not me. Like, if people come to me, they see me, hey, I take a picture, smile, I'll greet them, I'll talk to them, and they be like, he's the nicest person ever. Because I'm not a evil or mean person or anything. I'm not friendly, but I'm not an evil mean person, and I'm very much an introvert. I will literally go walk the park by myself,
Yeah.
like type shit, like put my headphones in, and listen to music, like type thing. But that's how I always been. So like it's a little like I ain't gonna say weird, but it's a strange feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, to know that people see me and they want to take pictures or they want to
Or they get nervous.
yeah, yeah, they get they get nervous, and I be like, damn, I'm regular.
Yeah.
I come from where you come from.
Yeah.
Like I'll go sit on your floor right now and eat some noodles. Like that's me for real. Like
Dang.
yeah, like so
Okay. So I also remember you talking about credit. You
yeah,
said that like you buy jewelry like with credit.
yeah,
And when I was looking at your page, it was a post where you was talking about basically like making your first 100K.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you said something about like if your credit is from what like 630 to
Six
680 or
twenty to
something like
yeah,
that.
620, 680.
You said you can have like a line of credit of something. I
Um,
don't remember
yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah. It was the 25,000 to 50,000 line of credit. Yeah.
Okay, so just tell me about like what do you do like with credit or
So here's the thing, that a lot of business owners like fail to like realize is that you can only rinse and repeat your liquid cash
hmm
for so long before you go broke.
hmm
Um, and that's with buying rebuying inventory.
hmm
You can only rebuy inventory so long before you run out because you have to factor in that everything you have to buy inventory and you still have to pay your bills.
yeah.
So you're not just spending extra money on your inventory. Now you have that money that you spend, you have to spend it on bills. Then you have to pay tax at the end of the year. So like all of that kind of equals up to each other, right? And that's where people like go wrong and they think that business is hard because of that. And whole time it's not. Like you just did it wrong. This is it. So credit is like king. Like credit is like the best thing that you can ever have when it comes to business because you can rinse and repeat your credit
Yeah.
forever. Like big people they do it all the time. When you see a millionaire and they got like a Lamborghini, 9 times out of 10 they bought that Lamborghini with a line of credit.
Mm-hmm.
So that like they probably had a line of credit of like $500,000.
Yeah.
They spent 250,000 on that Lamborghini.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't have a car note, and that car can now bring in cash.
Yeah.
Cash flow for them. So like I don't know, people have this misconception that they need liquid cash. No, you need credit. You need credit to like actually excel in business the way you want to, like really really fast. Because credit is you can spend $15,000 and not pay the whole $15,000 back all at one time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just all that is, man. It's just a lack of education about behind credit and business
Mm-hmm.
that people need to kind of like educate themselves on. But I definitely recommend people to go get a credit card, fix their credit, go get a credit card, and if they're gonna start a business with their credit card.
Yeah. So was this like one of the things you learned when you was doing like the YouTube videos and stuff?
Nah, I learned that. I learned that after Athena actually yeah, because Athena was a trial and error. I've made
Mm-hmm.
a lot of money, but I'm so good with money management that I didn't blow it. Like even it doesn't matter what I have, whatever I want to buy, I make sure that let's say if I want something that's like 100,000, I tell
Mm-hmm.
myself I'm not buying it unless I make $300,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have if I can't buy it 3 times over, I'm not going to buy it at all rule. That's my rule for everything. Anything that I want, I don't care if it's a $5,000 bracelet. If I
Mm-hmm.
want it, I'm going to go make 15,000. If I don't make that 15,000, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that I learned on the way up, and I actually learned that from trial and error because, again, there's a lot of gurus, credit gurus, business gurus that is out there that tells you so much misinformation because they tell you things that sound good. It sounds so good and it sounds like it's so easy to do that they keep you under a umbrella. And here's the thing, I'm not saying that it does not 100% work,
Yeah.
right? But what works for a small minute people does not work for everyone else,
Yeah.
right? So doing things the correct way the first time will save you a lot of money. Yeah, I'm gonna say that for the most part. Just do it the correct way the first time
Mm-hmm.
and you'll be good.
So, okay, I've been in this place working on my credit, right?
Yes.
So that video stood out to me because you said I think it said like 630 to 680 or something
Yeah.
like that. So to even get approved for what was it, the line of credit,
Yeah.
do you need to have like the actual score or you need to make sure like it's nothing negative on your credit?
So you need the score and you need the history behind it. So I recommend if you have any debt on your collections, I got a guy. I can give you his number. Really good. He's gonna tell you the 100% truth
Mm-hmm.
about your credit and what you should be doing with your credit. Um, and then he's also going to help you set up your lines of credit for you with certain banks. Certain banks you can go ahead and get it. Certain banks you can't go and get it with. You might have to, if you've never had credit cards before, you might have to start off with like a secure credit card, with your own money, stuff like that, or unsecure, like, well, secure and then get to unsecure. But you have to build relations with a bank. So a lot of people who be saying, "Oh, get a 700 credit score, and then you can go ahead and go and do that," and that's not true. You don't
Yeah.
have no relations with like no type of relationship with this bank. You haven't had a credit card in your name ever.
Yeah.
Like so they don't tell you that part at all. They just tell you just enough for you to come and pay them, so they can go
Yeah.
ahead and uh, set you up or do whatever they need to do just to keep you around. So yeah, that's what it is. Like give some relations, like get some relationship with the banks. Um, Make sure you clean your credit like thoroughly, like and then you go ahead and you try to like apply for those things. Learn about business credit. Go get you a Duns and Bradstreet number.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get you go get you some business credit so you can start getting business loans, business funding. Um, and even then, a lot of people try to say that, oh, you can get business funding with just your business. You don't have to clean your personal credit. That is a lie again. Like that is a lie. And people are gonna look at that
It's a
like,
lie.
yeah, it's gonna always be a lie. Like it's they tell you it's so much fabricated stuff on social media about credit, about business that just it just all be a lie. Like
Yeah.
it's just hey, just come buy my product or come
Yeah.
pay me
Yeah.
to come in, and it all just be bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
and I had to learn that the hard way. Like the hard way. I bought so many goddamn marketing ebooks. It wasn't even funny. Like I had to learn the hard way, literally. Like, all right, this shit ain't it. Like I gotta just get up and do it.
Yeah.
Like I gotta be different. That's what I told myself. I gotta be different.
Yeah. Okay, so you said that you had came up with the name Athena.
Yeah.
Where did Athena come from? How did you come up with that name? And what does it mean?
So it's just two ways I came up with this name. If you notice, a lot of the um, a lot of the designer brands are named
Hmm.
after Greek
Okay.
mythology. Hermes, that's actual. That's Hermes. That's the actual. He's the fist, like the guy. I used to play God of War
Hmm.
a lot. Again, God of War. My uncle, he used to play it a lot too. So like I know all the like Greek mythology gods. So Hermes, Medusa was a Versace.
Hmm.
Versace, the logo Versace, that's Medusa with the snakes. Um, even was Hermes, Medusa, Versace. What else? Uh, it's a few other. It's a few other. It's a few other brands that's kind of named after Greek mythology. So when I seen it, I was like, okay, why hasn't nobody took Athena? Like that's a fire name for like a brand, like especially like a luxury brand.
Hmm.
So I was like, I'm taking that shit. Listen, I searched high and low just to see if that name was taken. It wasn't. I said, I'm taking that shit. So it was because of that. I looked at it towards like a luxury standpoint because when I do teach business, I tell my students this all the time. I say, close your eyes. Imagine yourself walking into a mall or walking into the Galleria Mall and tell yourself, hey, I'm going to and insert your business name.
Hmm.
If it sounds right, it belongs to you.
Yeah.
If it does not sound right, does not sound like it can be a store in the mall, change that name because your name can make or break a business.
Yeah.
You will never see Keisha's boutique inside of the mall. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it'll never happen. You've never gonna you've I can I've been on this earth 27 years. I've never walked inside of a mall and saw money over everything. I've never saw it. I have never saw it like, and I've got into it with people about their business names because they ain't like when I say stuff like that. But that's the God honest truth.
Yeah.
You're not going to like the brand has to the name has to fit the image, the logo, everything has to fit. Simplicity is key. I
Yeah.
don't think people realize that like simplicity is just beautiful. Like something sweet about simplicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does it mean though?
Uh, it has a lot of meanings to it. Athena was like the goddess of gods, the
Hmm.
goddess of all the like the mother of all the
Hmm.
gods. So it's meaning, it's healing, it's war, it's power. Um, one of my logos is an owl.
Hmm.
I love like my owl logo is like I put that on everything. Like I love owls. Like
Hmm.
so it's wisdom, knowledge, like power. Like Athena means like a lot. So like when women wear my bags, I want them to feel like they're beautiful, they're empowered, knowledge, wisdom. Like they're an owl. Like like so that's basically like what it means. Like I love that. I love the whole thing around the owl.
Okay. Have you dealt with like any type of negativity for you being like a man creating handbags? What kind of negativity? Like, what do people be
listen,
saying?
listen. It be old, grown grandpa dudes, man. They be listen. Facebook is a crazy place. You hear me? It's only I've only dealt with negativity on Facebook.
Mm.
I'm lying. I dealt with Twitter negativity as well. I actually got into it with another black owned brand
Mm-hmm.
because another black owned handbag brand because they thought I stole their design. It looked nothing alike, like nothing. But they said I stole the flap part. I was like, I had put up multiple Louis Vuitton bags that had the same flat. I was like, so
Yeah.
I stole it. Did y'all stole it? Like, you
Yeah.
know, but um I think they were a little upset because we was they thought I was dropping my bag on the same day that they was dropping,
Yeah.
and I can see how that can affect a business
Mm-hmm.
by me being a bigger brand at the time because their brand was out before me, um, and my brand grew past them in a short amount of time, like a very short amount of time. Like I'm talking about in a year time span, I had like 100K followers.
Mm-hmm.
I was up like 6 million. Like yeah, like so like I was getting interviewed. I was everywhere.
I want to
Listen,
be just
listen,
like you when I grow
listen,
up.
listen, listen, listen. Saks Fifth reached out to me. That's
Hmm.
just how fast I was growing, like
Yeah.
out there. So like I see how it was a problem, but like I like wholehearted I meant no harm by it. But my ego, like when I feel like somebody playing with me, my ego, all right. So I ended up dropping the bag on the
Yeah.
same day. Okay. I was dropping an entire different bag. I swear like I displayed the bag
Yeah.
because it was part of a it was when I released my Oriano collection,
Hmm.
which is the horsehair, when I first displayed the horsehair collection. Um, so I displayed the bag because it was a three-part collection. It was a tote, it was a barrel bag, and then it was the Balenciaga hourglass bag. So we got into it about that over Twitter. But the people who support me and even people who didn't know about me, they seen it and it was like, bro, like y'all know damn well them two bags don't look alike. Like why y'all? Yeah, like they were chewing their asses up. But it was a few people that who knew them that were on their side or
Yeah.
whatever. But for the most part, people saw through that shit. So they was like, yeah. But on Facebook though, it's always like some old ass man like who's like, oh man, no grown man supposed to be making no purses. And I tell people all the time, I don't make purses. I'm a designer. I
Yeah.
design everything, like
Yeah.
everything. All I am is a designer. I don't make purses. Like I be having people be like, "Oh, purse man." I be like, "Y'all think that's a dig? I'm rich. like,
Nah,
I'm
for real.
yeah, I'm rich, bro. I don't
And
give a
I'm
damn.
inspired.
Like, yeah, like it don't be a dig. Like hear people say this, and then I'm comfortable in my masculinity for
Yeah.
real. Like so, like I don't. And then in real life, nobody's walking up to me playing with me like that, like at
Nah, for
all.
real.
Yeah, so like I don't be for the most part, I get love. I ain't gonna lie. Like
Yeah.
I get love all the way around. The gangsters love me. The regular civilians love me. The women, kids, grandmothers, they all love me. Like because I give the utmost respect to anybody I walk into the room with. I present myself very well mannered. I talk well mannered. And I'm just me. I don't pretend like I'm just me. Like at that level. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be there though. Trust me. I'll have somebody every once in a while on Instagram comment and be like, yeah, yeah, this bag look like such and such. Like I don't even. Sometimes I'll delete it. Sometimes I'll just let the fans of the brand just go eat their asses up.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
definitely do that.
yeah, they'll just go eat their ass. I'll be like.
I ain't even need to say nothing.
Yeah, on Twitter is my favorite because they go eat them up on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Twitter they go eat their asses up. So yeah, I don't pay attention to it for
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, does it ever get to you? But you
real. Nah,
said,
hell nah. When I first started out, yes, because man, something people a lot of things people can say can damage, especially. But I didn't got to the point. I am very well known now.
yeah,
Yeah, with my brand. So like, you can't talk about my quality. People
yeah,
know it already. Can't talk about my brand. People know it already. You can't say nothing bad about it. Don't get me wrong. You're always going to run into customers who do not like the quality of your brand or the brand. Louis Vuitton has it, Gucci has it. They don't have a lot, but just like me, I don't have a lot of people who do that. But I do have some people who would say something towards the brand, but just because they just don't like it, and I'm not for everyone. I'm
yeah,
not at every person's brand. That's okay with me.
yeah. Well, that's good. I think Well, I can't speak for all women, but I know sometimes it does get to me when people be negative comments online. Like,
Yeah,
I don't even, why you even gotta do all that?
I'm
Like, leave
dead.
me alone. I don't be bothering nobody. Why you bothering me?
Yeah,
But okay, so me with this cosmetics line,
yeah.
what kind of advice would you give to someone? Like, for me, I want to start cosmetics, but it might be someone else who want to start something like clothing or something. What would be um what type of advice would you give someone wanting to start like selling something, having some type of something that they can sell? Like, what would be the first thing that you would tell them to do?
First thing would be work on your credit,
Hmm.
sure, just so you can go ahead and get the funding, and then be different. Think outside of the box in whatever way possible. Excuse me. Think outside of the box. One of the different things outside of the holographic crystal brushes that I had with my makeup line that was going to make me stand out, that I was so ready to release, was baked makeup.
Hmm.
At the time, baked makeup wasn't a big thing in the United States,
Yeah.
but it was a thing in across seas. It was baked makeup. It was beautiful. Like, it ain't gonna lie, like it looked like cupcakes and everything that was inside of it. Beautiful baked makeup. Um, and because it's different forms of makeup. It's not just the regular texture. Baked makeup is a, so when I released that, it was gonna be fire. It was a lot of I was looking up a lot of different makeup things that the average makeup company wouldn't care to sell because they're already selling like the basic. They think people still want the basics.
Yeah.
But when you introduce new things to other people, that's when things get different, right? Uh, get you a manufacturer as well, because the difference between a vendor and a manufacturer, a vendor is still a mental person and they can't do everything that you want to do. But a manufacturer, let's say you wanted the same quality as whoever your favorite makeup company is.
Hmm.
All you have to do is give them the ingredients that's in their makeup, and the
Yeah.
ingredients is on the box.
Hmm.
Give them the ingredients and say, hey, I want this in my thing, but you know, give them a little twist. Like, I want it to be vegan though. Now you got the same ingredients, but you have the vegan stuff. Now
That's
you have to do
good,
is beat their,
Luchi.
yeah. Now you all you have to do is beat their prices.
Yeah.
That's it. And creativity is a thing, man. Like, uh, when something looks so beautiful and it is good,
Yeah.
people. I buy cologne bottles.
Hmm.
I don't give a damn if they stink. I will buy a cologne bottle if it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I got cologne that I have never wore before, like ever. But I always buy the bottle if it looks good.
Hmm.
Like, I will just and I will just keep it just because I collect cologne. So imagine uh somebody buying a diamond crystal shaped um palette,
Yeah.
but it's see through. It's beautiful, like, like it's a beautiful ass palette, and it's great makeup in the
Definitely need
inside.
the credit for that.
Yeah, like, yeah, like it's thinking outside the box, like
Yeah.
with everything. Your packaging has to be different from regular. You can't just regular. One of the biggest super with a crayon case, the
Hmm.
crayon case. What she did that was so different was creativity.
Yeah.
It was nothing different about her makeup than the next person's makeup.
Yeah.
It was just creativity. The palettes were books.
Yeah.
Like the lip gloss, pencils and stuff, erasers and stuff. Like, that was fire. Like the cleaning the wipes or papers. It's made out. It looked like papers, like notebook papers and stuff. Like, that's fire. Like, that's like creativity is what. Don't get me wrong, I ain't saying like her makeup is trash. I don't wear makeup, but
Yeah.
for the most part, I've seen like fabulous reviews on supers. But like, I admire her creativity the most
Hmm.
because her creativity allowed her to market better with your creativity, right? With, like, I'm gonna give you an example, right? I'm working on a campaign right now for Athena
Hmm.
that's surrounding Greek, like the goddess Athena,
Hmm.
right? Because my brand is Athena, because it's created around Greek mythology. I can make so many campaigns surrounding owls and dressing beautiful melanated women up like goddesses, and that's beautiful. It'll
Yeah.
sell. It'll pictures like that. It's perfect. Like so man, definitely credit first
Creativity.
for funding, and then start with your creativity.
Yeah.
I want you to start thinking outside the box. I want you to take something regular and make it special.
Mm-hmm.
Take that regular crayon box. Even with the young lady who I was just who I'm talking to about her lash business, and she sent me a picture with her lashes, and it was a picture that I've seen. Like I've seen the case that she had in it,
Yeah.
and I told her, I said, you need a different case.
Yeah.
You need something different. Like it doesn't matter what it is, like just something different. I'm gonna give you another example, right, about creativity. There's this hair company right now that that gives when they deliver the hair, it's a wig, a frontal, and a lace, and the same like that hair can turn you can turn into a wig, a frontal, and a lace,
Mm-hmm.
like all in one. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it is, a wig, frontal, and lace. It's like three different combinations though that's inside of that you can turn that one hair into, right? That's so different because you would have to go and buy that shit separately, and it's cost effective separately. But when you can turn one wig into a lace front or a frontal, or something like that, that cuts the cost down and it creates it like it's better. Like
Yeah.
it's way, 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 way much better. I even told this one girl, I said, okay, what is the three best hair products? Well, not hair product, hair textures out there. And I think she said like Brazilian, Malaysian, some other one. I said, okay. I said, this is what I want you to do. I said, I want you to go to your manufacturer, and I said, I want you to tell them to make you a bundle with a hair that's combined it with Malaysian, Brazilian, and that. I said, now you have one of the best because you have all three.
Yeah.
You can't be topped. Like you can't be topped now. You have all three. Combine those hairs together to make one bundle. Now you sell a bundles like that. You can sell it at a higher price, right? And you have the best. People want to keep coming back. They got all three in one instead of having to buy just Malaysian. This is just all Malaysian.
Yeah.
This is just all Brazilian. You have all three, like something like that, like or just make it to where like you know what two hair textures go together. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you need to figure out how you can get those two together.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's how you sell. That's where your creativity comes from. Your mind needs to keep flowing with creativity because that's what's gonna keep you in business.
Yeah.
But if you think that you're just gonna take a shirt, put a name on the shirt, and say, "Hey, buy my shit," you sadly mistaken. The business world is not for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lonely road.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I definitely feel it because I follow Fenty and I
Yeah,
follow Remedy by Ari,
yeah,
but I feel like I was trying to get some other stuff in my life
yeah,
together before I even start thinking about that.
yeah,
But I'm like, I don't even want to worry about trying to start until I know that I have a different idea
yeah.
because anybody can sell cosmetics, but what would make it different for me to be selling it? So yeah, I feel
Right,
it.
right. So that's all it is. Is what tell yourself what would make it different. What could you do different? Right. What product could you bring to the scene? I'm gonna give you another example. So the same young lady with the lash
Hmm.
business, right? So she I told her, I said, okay, well, let's look at some things on Alibaba because that's a manufacturer website. I say where you can kind of incorporate something with your lashes, do like a lash starter kit or something. And one of the things that I ran past was like lash shampoo to go ahead and clean lashes. I said, and it was some lash masks as well. And then we went ahead and we looked over the ingredients, seeing what everything, how the lash stuff works or whatever. Just trying to help her get on her feet with the lash thing. And I was like, I told her, I said, okay, now we have the product. I said, she was like, well, how do you market? I said, explain to me why this um lash cleaner, like that you have right here, is better than this lash cleaner that you find in the store.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, sell me this lash, like I want you to sell it to me. And she was like, how? I said, I want you to explain to me how this is better. Like
Yeah.
explain to me how this is better. So she explained it to me. I said, okay, now I need you to explain to me why this isn't better.
Yeah.
So she explained it to me. I said, okay, so you know why? Because you went ahead and you told me, okay, this is vegan. This, you can put this is safe around your kids, safe around your eyes. You can put it on there with your lashes. You can wash your regular lashes, and you can wash your fake lashes with this, right? And then one of the items that she's working on, you can just put your lashes still in there to dissolve like all the glue and stuff from it, so you can reuse it.
Yeah.
Reuse it again. I said, okay, that's like these things. Those are different because people are not like looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and the bottles are so small that people are gonna buy 3, 4, 5 of them.
Yeah.
Right? She can buy them for a cheap amount and sell them for $10, $15. She's gonna make a killing off of that shit. One person to buy 3, 4 bottles, right? So it's gonna be easy for her to sell 100,000, 2,000, and it's gonna be something that's never gonna run. Like lashes is never going out of style. Women are gonna continue to wear lashes,
Yeah.
so you're gonna forever have customers as long as you have the right product. You're black owned. That puts you at a good advantage right there because black people want to support their black people. Well, if you have a good enough product and you black owned, man, they gonna love you,
Yeah.
right? So um, uh, that's one of the things that I was helping her with when it came to like um the last particular lash business that she's trying to start now. Is she gonna do it? No idea,
Yeah.
right? But I did give her like the idea for her to do it, and hopefully she takes it and uh, run with it because she can turn it into $1 million brand.
Yeah.
Just the lash cleaner alone will give her what she needs. That big to give her what she needs to financial freedom.
Yeah.
But you know, that's just an example of like just thinking outside the box
Mm-hmm.
because no, the regular lash person who does lashes is not thinking about let me sell um, my own lash cleaner that cleans lashes, dissolves the glue from the lashes after I'm finished using it, or something I can put on my eyes to help me rip the lashes off that dissolves the glue on my eye that's vegan that doesn't burn my eye or something like that. That way it can just hurry up and just come off without ripping my real lash. Like
Yeah.
nobody's thinking about like the regular lash person who's selling lashes. They're not thinking about that
Yeah.
like at all. So when you're thinking about that puts you 2 steps ahead of the game. That gives you that big advantage to be like, okay, all right, I'm about to do something with this, like type shit. So yeah, I would recommend that.
Yeah. Okay, Luchi. So, what is your why for why you do everything that you do? Like for entrepreneurship, like just the route that you're taking in life. What is your why?
Um, to be honest, at first I felt like I knew, but now I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, like I don't know why no more. Like at first it was to like get out of poverty,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm out now.
Yeah.
And like I've experienced like a lot of shit like
Mm-hmm.
growing up. So like I'm very traumatized, as like they would say. But like I'm not one of those people who like dwell on like my trauma. Like I'm one of those people. I accept my trauma. I embrace my trauma. Um, I know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Like as a person. Like I know what's wrong with me as a black man, as a person. I know the things that I went through is like, like a lot of people say, "Oh, you need therapy." I know I don't because I already know what's wrong with
Mm-hmm.
me. Like I don't need a therapist to tell me what's wrong. I know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Right. So like at first I used to know. I used to know why, but like now I just I get my um satisfaction in life from helping other people.
Yeah.
Like that is big. That is like my biggest thing. That's why I started teaching trading because I never
Yeah.
wanted to really teach trading. But so many people, so many of our people, especially our age, are still in poverty. So I'm like, teach. Like I like teaching business. I like teaching trading because I like to help people. Like that is my thing. So like I think like my next thing is like I want to open up like nonprofits to
Mm-hmm.
help, like just to help. So yeah, I can't. I don't know the why though.
Yeah.
Like not yet. Maybe sometime soon. Maybe when I'm 30, it'll
I
come to me.
understand though. I
Yeah.
understand. I wasn't expecting that answer, but I definitely understand the answer.
I want to be as realistic as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't want to give you no superficial answer like,
Thank you.
yeah, like, oh, yeah, I'm doing this for the community. Nah, like I don't know why no more. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like you know, I ain't gonna say I am damaged. Let me say that I am damaged from my upbringing and a lot of the things that I seen growing up. But like I don't let that dictate like what I do in life. But as far as like what gives me that motivation to keep going every day, I'm still trying to figure out like that why in
Yeah.
life. Like why am I doing the things that I'm doing anymore? I'm still trying to figure it out. Hopefully, I'm still learning as a man, growing as a man. So hopefully I can get that why and you know embrace that why.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think it's in you, not on you.
Yeah,
So that's for sure.
yeah,
But
definitely.
um, so you said from your upbringing, like you feel like, you know,
Yeah,
went through some trauma. Have you tried to like address any of those things?
I did. That's why I said I could never really do like therapy
Hmm.
because I have addressed those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and this is one of my favorite sayings. Um, you never really heal from trauma.
Hmm.
You just well, you never really your wounds never really heal.
Hmm.
You just you just get used to the pain. You you just find you a bigger band-aid,
Hmm.
and you just like eventually the pain starts to feel good. You know, some people are tender-headed,
Yeah.
but after a while, getting your hair pulled or getting your hair combed feels good after a while.
Hmm.
Or like a bobo, like it hurts at first, but
Yeah.
after a while it heals. You don't feel it no more. Like it
Yeah.
just, that's same analogy with life. You go through things and it hurts for at first,
Yeah.
but then after a while you don't feel it no more. Like you just it becomes very numb.
Hmm.
Don't get me wrong. If you pick that bobo, it's gonna hurt again.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna hurt as bad as it did at first
Yeah.
unless you try to make it. Unless you go deeper. Same analogy with life.
Hmm.
You 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 pick at that wound, it's gonna hurt, but it ain't gonna hurt as worse as it used to. You got used to that pain already. So that's I look at life exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never really heal from your wounds. You just your pain
Nah.
tolerance just increase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can kind of understand that. I definitely still feel like well, I'm not gonna lie. So just recently, I was kind of questioning because it's like I was having some kind of problem with my mama. Like
Yeah.
just being around my mama. Like I love my mama, but I was like around my mama, and I'm like, why do you get on my nerves so much? But then I start asking God. I'm like, I feel like I don't really understand why I'm upset because I feel like I've numbed myself.
Yeah.
But then like, just kept asking God, and I was having a conversation with, because I'm a social media manager for this church,
Mm.
but the pastor, he's like a friend of the family.
Yeah.
And in conversation, he asked me, I was saying something about my mama, and he was like, do you think that you have healed from like the stuff that happened with your mama?
Yeah.
But it made me look at myself because I was like, you know what? It's not even my mama, it's me.
Right.
Because I will never speak up and say anything. Like whenever she say something that make me
Yeah.
mad or something, I never say something to my mama. So now that I've finally like had a conversation with my mama, I'm starting to feel more free. Does that take away what happened to me? Does it take away like still some of the type of stuff that I hear in my head that my mama said to me as a child? No. But I'm just saying all that to say like I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, because just like you said, like it's damn near the same thing I said. Because it's like you you eventually have to embrace.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have to deal with your problems head on.
Hmm.
But once you deal with it, that doesn't mean you're healed from it.
Yeah.
You just put a band-aid over it
Yeah.
until it a scar appears there.
Hmm.
And again, you never really heal from it. You just your pain tolerance just increase. Like you get more. People get tattoos all the time. Just keep going back.
Yeah.
And so that's literally I look at life the exact same way that I would look at the body.
Yeah. Yeah.
It keeps you sane.
I think I agree.
It keeps you accountable for yourself too.
Yeah. Because I can say even like I like even just having my relationship with God,
Yeah.
I feel like I definitely have like a different type of peace. But again, like you said, it don't really just take it all away.
Yeah.
You just learn how to deal with it.
Yeah.
So like you said, just put a band-aid over it.
Yeah.
So that would be it's safe to say that money don't take everything away.
Hell no. Hell no. Me and my brother had this conversation often, man. Like, even with us being like who we are today, we great men. Like my brother just told me that other day. Like, bro, we great men. Better, way better than our father
Yeah.
would ever be. We have money, family, and we still, uh, we still linger. We still have PTSD, stuff like that. And most people would say, "Hey, you're not healed because you have PTSD," and I would beg a different. I've already confronted that problem.
Yeah.
I've talked about it. I've dealt with it. I've let the tears roll from it. You don't heal from it.
Yeah.
Like, you never automatically heal from anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you break your ribs, you break a bone in your body, it heals, but you always have that lingering pain.
Yeah.
It never goes away.
Yeah.
Like ever. You always have some type of medical condition. So like that's catered to that area that you've broken inside of you. So your body never truly 100% heals. Right? You just go ahead and all it takes is something to make it snap again. So and I say that analogy like just for instance, if someone died and you go ahead and you go through your healing process for that. All it takes is someone else to go and there you go, snap right back.
Yeah.
So again, you never truly heal. Just your pain tolerance just increase.
Yeah. So I guess just when you're looking at somebody, like don't think that just because they have money, they have cars, they have jewelry, they can buy whatever they want, that they don't go through anything. I've heard this so often, but like on this podcast right now, you hearing somebody actually say it out of their own mouth, not just somebody else saying it. He's saying it out of his own mouth. Like, no, it don't take everything away. It don't take the pain away. It's just you got the money too.
Yeah.
So, okay, last question. I'm gonna leave you alone. um, if you could give one little piece of advice to any entrepreneur that's out here trying to figure it out, what would you tell them? One thing, because some people they be like, okay, one thing, and they say three, just one.
Um, best advice. Damn, I don't want to sound superficial.
Say whatever you want to say.
Never stop learning. Never stop learning. Invest in yourself. There you go.
That was two.
Make it seem like it's one sentence. Yeah, just never stop learning and invest in yourself. That's what I'm saying. Take one of the two. One of the two. Either never stop learning or do both. Just never stop learning and invest in yourself.
Okay, but why did you say never stop learning?
Because knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm.
If you knew that that those credit people were lying to you,
Mm-hmm.
and this is how you actually get those high credit cards and high loans and stuff, you wouldn't have made the first mistake in the beginning.
Yeah.
If you knew how to market, you wouldn't be worried about why you're not selling.
Mm-hmm.
If you knew how to fix a relationship, you wouldn't have done half the stuff that you did.
Yeah.
Right? It's knowledge, it's power. Like the more you know, the more rooms you get into.
Yeah.
So never stop. Let's just say that. Just never stop learning. Just keep. Just I never stop learning. Whatever I want, I'm going YouTube. I'm going YouTube. Everything I ever learned, I learn from YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube and experience. Never stop learning, and yeah, just never stop.
Amen, Luchi. Well, thank you so much for coming.
No
Cause
problem.
you said we was trying to figure out some times at first,
Yeah,
and
we
I didn't
were.
know
We
if you
were.
was gonna hit me back, but you hit me back.
I did. I did.
That's
Listen.
real.
Yeah, I'm a man of my word. I'm not nothing. I'm a man of my word. I gotta be a man of my word.
Well, I appreciate you for coming out here. You had to drive all the way here, so
Yeah, yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
No problem.
Okay, so I'll see y'all next time on Purified the Podcast. Luchi, before we leave though, tell us how to find you on Instagram and all that good stuff.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Luchi the Designer. Y'all can find my brand at the official underscore Athena. So yeah, that's the two pages you can find me. My original page, Luchi the Designer, there's no underscore, no nothing. It's just Luchi the Designer. If you see any other page, it's not me. It's fake. It is fake. Don't fall for it. So it's just Luchi the Designer, no underscores, no nothing. Just Luchi the Designer. That's it.
All right. Well, I'll see y'all on the next episode of Purify the Podcast. And I hope that this episode helped y'all purify y'all perspectives and y'all learn something. Bye, y'all.